Hi everyone, it's Lauren T from Yahoo Esports. Joining me today is Seangares. Hello Sean, thank you very much for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Awesome. Well, I see that you're wearing your new Misfits jersey. Congratulations on signing with the new team. I wanted to ask you, how did that opportunity come about?
Yeah, Ben basically contacted me amidst the whole TSM struggle, and I directed him towards TSM and the other players, and he was super gracious throughout the entire thing, and we're lucky to be here. Yeah.
Were there other teams that you were looking at the same time? Was it like you had to pick and choose, or?
Yeah, there was definitely like a handful of teams that were super interested in us. Some interested in picking up me and then piecing together like weird rosters. I really liked how Ben approached it, and he was very upfront about everything throughout the entire ordeal. So we chose Misfits. Yeah.
And what about the other players? Like, what did they think about the whole thing?
Uh, Honestly, like I wasn't able to talk to them much throughout the entire thing, but they were actually super happy to be on Misfits. Like I said, Ben has really treated us super well throughout our entire time, like this whole first month.
Now, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you about the PEA stuff, I guess. Speaking broadly, can you tell us a little bit more about what was happening from your perspective?
Yeah, so shortly after I signed with TSM, I found out about the whole PA stuff through Sir Scoots and like a couple other players, and they basically like confirmed that it was actually happening, and the players agreed it was something that we didn't really want to happen to the scene, just like kind of monopoly control on the scene like that. So we kind of like banded together and fight against it, and uh, yeah, it just kind of all unraveled. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's just the way everything happened publicly is pretty much how it happened, I guess. I don't know.
Looking back now in hindsight, would you have done anything differently knowing what you know now?
Honestly, probably not. There's reasons for like everything that I did, and they're not public, but um, yeah, I don't think I'd change anything that happened. Yeah.
Now, I spoke to you last night briefly as well. You mentioned you were up late looking at demos and stuff. What's your whole practice routine like at the moment, seeing as the team is not really in a physical location together?
Um. Some of the guys on the team will play rank S till 5 a.m. You know, so like they'll wake up at like 1 p.m. right before practice and warm up a little bit. Practice usually starts around 2. Sometimes we start a little bit earlier. Before 2 for me, I don't stay up till 5 a.m., so I wake up a little bit earlier. I watch demos, I prepare our practice outlines. I might play like a couple pugs or something like that. And then, yeah, we see what scrims we can get for the day. I generally try to look for like around 3 scrims, and then we reflect on the scrims after they happen. We add new material. Um, the whole removal of Dust 2 for Inferno kind of threw a wrench in everything because I had to sit there finding like all these grenades, and we didn't even get to play Inferno, but we're ready to play Inferno, which is what matters. Um, yeah, our practice schedule right now is pretty busy. Yeah,
Do you scrim other teams in NA?
yeah. It's probably like one of the bigger part. It's probably like 50, 60% of our practice schedule is scrimmaging other teams. Um, and yeah, so, I mean everything's been going pretty well so far in practice for us.
What are your thoughts about the coaching rule? I guess some events allow coaches to be in the booth with the players, while other events don't really let that happen. What do you think about that?
I don't really have a stance on it. I think it's important that the coaches are behind the players. I guess I would prefer that all the tournament organizers stuck to the rule that Valve created, basically, where they're only allowed to speak during timeouts, as opposed to the old rules and what happened at this tournament, where coaches are able to actively communicate the entire round and dictate the pace of rounds from start to finish. So I don't think that's very fair, especially because we would have looked for a coach much like we would have come here with a coach basically if we knew that that was the case. But we're still actively looking for a coach. With that being said, unfortunately, Valens went to C9, so I loved Valens. Come back.
Shout outs to him. Awesome, Sean. Well, thanks very much. Was there anything that you wanted to add? Maybe like shout outs to the fans or anyone in particular?
Oh yeah, just shout out to all the fans that support us. We have tons of fans that like have been with us throughout this whole tough ordeal for us, and Ben, more importantly, for allowing us to be on the team and treating us so well.
In Miami Heat.
Yeah, and Miami Heat. Yeah, they favored a couple tweets of mine. They're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. I'm on the in with them.
That's cool. Well, thanks again, Sean. For more CSGO esports coverage, be sure to keep it right here on Yahoo Esports.